Another action-packed day awaits as we kick off round two of Group A. This is match number 3, Juggernaut FC up against APHUYEMI Football Club, coming to you live from Sri Manoj Sarkar Stadium here in Rudrapur. Hello and welcome to all the futsal fans tuning in. Juggernaut FC did start their campaign on a bright note on Sunday, defeating the former champions Minerva Academy FC by 8 goals to 2. And both the teams back into this championship after a year in hiatus. Didn't compete in the last edition. And scored 8 times. It was a brilliant hat-trick from Shivam Sani. And Shivam Yadav scoring a brace, making sure they got those 3 crucial points up for grab. The last time these two teams played back in 2022-23 season, and Juggernaut FC had it pretty easy in the end. In fact, APHUYEMI FC played 6 games and lost all 6 in that campaign. This year, they want to make sure they start their campaign on a very good note. That's the refereeing contingent. Anshul Dikshit, Vinod Kumar, Paritosh Watts, and Tanveer Ahmad Yubani. Now I'm compassing the match commissioner from the venue. We've got 2 games lined up for this afternoon. We've got another one coming up at 2:30 p.m. from the same group. Minerva FC lost their first of the campaign, will be taken up on Triumph FC. The 2 captains in the center, Aman Shah for Juggernaut FC and Sungit for the team from Nagaland. And to all the fans who are new to the AIFF Futsal Club Championship, this is the 4th edition. We started back in 2021-22 season. Delhi FC emerging the first champions, and the following year it was Minerva. We'll get back to that. Here's the starting 5 for Juggernaut FC. Malhar Shah in between the sticks. Chenshin Rana, Shibu Sani, Shivam Yadav, and Aman Shah. And those starting out on the bench will be involved at some stage. Palash Barbar, Rudra Chetri, Francisco Fernandez, Sachin Bangera, Krishnaj Vedant, Praval Mehra, Prakhar Singh, and Satyam Yadav under the chaperonage of Kshitij. For AFC starting point, the captain and the goalkeeper, Himli Sungit, Amarnath Sharma, Akyum Yanger, Ezung, Lima Wapang, and those on the bench, Satmilal Chunio, Angam Singh Shijung, Aloka, now if we go at the Sri Manoj Sarkar Stadium here in Uttarakhand, there's Yibin. Trying to provide some early inroads. APHUYEMI FC in their red, maroon and white are the Juggernauts, going from left to right on your screens. Janish. Involved in a very fierce contest on Sunday. And trying to block out the shot coming in from the left. Here's Shibu. fresh from a hat-trick on match day 1. And takes the strike. The man was played right in front of the target. Got 7 teams competing this year, divided into 4 groups. We've got games coming left, right, and center. Group A has Juggernaut FC, Triumph FC, Real Lona FC. Now, Triumph and Real Lona did compete. Oh, that's the first one. Brilliantly struck. And they are off to from where they were in the last fixture. A good start for Juggernaut FC. Trying to cut out that back line. Here's Jenish. Gets the tackle and couldn't quite keep the ball in play. So 2 halves of 20 minutes each. Here comes Juggernaut for the second time. And 2 goals in as many minutes. It's Shibu this time. One ball, 1 pass. Right through into the opposition's final third. It's a breathtaking start already. APHUYEMI has got some catching up to do. That's their first decent attempt. And taken away by Juggernaut FC again. It's a lightning quick start, just like the previous game for Juggernaut. We'll have to try and keep hold of the ball. Struggling to get in the final third at the moment are APHUYEMI. Again, misplaced pass. And the attempt was right from Shivam Yadav. Couldn't quite keep it on target. Looks like it has come off a red shirt. Direct free kick. Another kick in for Juggernaut. And can they try and bring it to the other side on the overturn? Takes the strike. It was Younger with that effort. Lets it fly. Naman is dropped in deep. There's the Shibu. Gets dispossessed momentarily, but the ball won back by Aman again. Here's Shibu, strikes first time! What a finish! And scoring goals for fun now. And there you have it. Aman finds a decisive ball once again. And the goalkeeper Sungit had no answers whatsoever. A couple of touches. Couldn't quite get anything behind that one. It seems one-way traffic at the moment. It's still early days, but you need to have some sort of response coming in from the other direction. APHUYEMI at the moment. Marshall shot. Another attempt. And this time gets his body behind the ball. The Group A has Juggernaut FC, Triumph FC, Real Lona, Minerva Academy Football Club and APHUYEMI FC. Group B has Bhawanipur, Corbett FC, the defending champions, Gulazo Football Club, the runners-up of the last edition, Langtiang, and Langtiang is the fourth team from Group B. There's a Juggernaut once again, not on the same wavelength on that occasion. Group C has Goal Hunters FC, Hazrat Nizamuddin Club, K3 Futsal Club, and Pondicherry United. Here's Juggernaut once again. He's got numbers in front. Good defending. Aman, some space ahead. Denied for the second time. Haven't come out of their blocks as yet. APHUYEMI. And at the moment, Juggernaut FC are all over them. They've enjoyed lion's share of possession in the first 5 minutes. Shibu! Had to control it. Decides to hit it the first time. Couldn't quite provide a finishing touch to it. Lima. Still Lima. Haven't been allowed any time and space on the ball. APHUYEMI FC. Juggernaut closing down the passing lanes. And takes quick to turn. Utilizing the right channel. Gets intercepted. Here comes Juggernaut FC again. Shubham in front. Good defensive work. Long ball towards Malharsha. It's been a good game played with real intensity. Oh, that's gone in. Was rightly placed in front of the target. And again, the utilization of the left channel, steps over, gets it away from Yibin. And Shibu was there for a tap-in into an open goal. Naman, his distribution has been absolutely top-notch. That was going in anyways, but Shibu making sure brings it over. There's a good cutback from Shibu. The maroon shirt was coming in from the left side. And Sapala is on for the boys in red. And Sapala weighs up. And didn't have an option to shoot. Decides to go with Hong Sing. Oh, a couple of attempts. Couldn't quite get it past the keeper. It's a good strike from Jenish. From attack to defense pretty swiftly. Haven't seen one proper attempt in the 8 minutes we have seen so far from the AFC. There's Sasang again. We've added a couple of fresh legs in the middle. Satmin Lal Holoi and Sasing. Has looked lively since he has come on. Sapala. Nadesh's attempt from far off. Not testing Malhar Shah at all. Four goals to the good. They need an instant response now. AFC. Vedant finds a maroon shirt in the center. Makes the run to receive it. Here's Shibu. Spreads it to the left. Misdirected pass. Sasang has got Sapala towards the left. Cuts it back. Strikes. First real attempt. Couldn't quite get past Malhar Shah. Here's Vedant on the turnover. It's a good move again. Here's Sapala. It was promising. They've been held in their tracks for most parts of the 10 minutes. AFC haven't been allowed time and space on the ball. They've been doing bulk of the defending. And Sapala gets dispossessed. This should be easy. It's the woodwork. Shibu had the opportunity. Did well to get past the defender there. Couldn't quite provide a finishing touch to it. There's the AFC. Strikes for the second time, lacking venom. And does well to win the ball back. Here's Sapala. A toe pokes it in the end. Got some fresh legs added. Shibu from the narrowest of angles couldn't quite squeeze it in. Good thinking behind that. Found Shibu in some open spaces towards the far right. Here's Yangir. Janish blocks that effort coming in from Makum Yangir from the right. Pretty strong on the ball. There's Yangir again. Make some space. It's number 16, Lin Cookie. And couldn't quite catch it clean. Did all the hard yards, got himself into an open space. All he had to do was pull the trigger and make Malhar Shah work. And still got 8 minutes left in the first half. Balash Barber is on the court for Juggernaut. JFC didn't participate in the last edition. They couldn't quite make it to the knockouts when they last competed 2022-23. So decent ball. And still a chance for AFC, and spills it over. And finished third in Group B. Both these teams were placed in Group B in the last time they competed. The kind of start Juggernaut FC have got this campaign, they want to make sure they go the distance. It's going to be tough competition as we progress. He's read that beautifully, but no. Oh, that was a glorious opportunity. Couldn't quite get the clearance right. It fell nicely for Rudra Chetri. All he had to do was hit the target in an open goal. And again intercepted. Krishnaj. Vedant. Back with Krishnaj. Here's Krishnaj in front of Sungit. There comes APHUYEMI. Again, there you see. Has been marked out in the center of the court, not allowing him to turn or find those options in front of him. And gets the deflection of Palaj Barber. And under pressure from Amarnath Sharma. Takes the deflection and goes out, and it's going to be a kick in for AFC. And time is running out in the first half. And AFC will have to make a comeback. 4 goals down already. Started this game really from where they left off in the last one. A couple of goals in the first 2 minutes. And they were off and running. Juggernaut. Yibin goes back and finds Haloka. Back with Yibin. And scans for options. And trying to make those adjustments. They've done well to hold the ball. And there's going to be a free kick for Juggernaut. And it's going to be behind this one. Rudra Chetri. Going to be 5 meters away from the ball. Rudra Chetri. And they haven't conceded, but they haven't scored either. APHUYEMI, especially in the last 5 minutes. Still waiting to see one clear-cut attempt on the target. There's Rudra. And lobs that one in an attempt to try and find Vedant towards the far left. Another game coming up at 2:30 p.m. today. Minerva Academy FC taking on Triumph FC. And Triumph FC and Real Lona Football Club did play a game on the 3rd of August that ended in a 1-1 draw. And this stays the way it is. Juggernaut FC will solidify their position at the top of the table with 6 points from 2 games. Another 2 remaining. They will be well and truly in control of finding that knockout stage berth. An ambitious attempt from the distance. The hard shot hasn't been tested at all in the 17 minutes that have been ticked off here. Vedant. It's good movement up the pitch. Palash lets it fly. Again, you see, winning the ball at ease. The Juggernauts. Takes it, turns, marches forward. It's going to be goal clearance. Here's Rudra. Takes a touch. Number 5. Easy as you like. Brilliant. And once again, finding the right man at the right place. And Francisco Fernandez will claim it. He's got the last touch to it. It's been a super performance already. Still got a couple of minutes left. Will we see any repost coming in from the other direction? Hang Singh. Lun Kuki lets it fly. Younger, again, not efficient enough to hit the target. And cutting down those passing lanes, not allowing enough movement. Being held in their tracks on a consistent basis. And there you see the press. Still younger. Does well to win the ball back. Here's Rudra. Lets it through and scores number 6 for Juggernaut FC. Absolutely top-notch stuff this. The tenacity to win the ball back and bring it forward. Has got an option towards the left and right, but pummels it down the center. And Sunjit with no chance whatsoever. Into the final minute of the normal time. Run the ball back again. Pretty swift on the transition. Here's Rudra. Lays it towards the left. And still in possession. An opportunity. Takes it on the turn. Francisco Fernandez. It's a corner. Lima is back on the court. And started in the 5 they had fielded. AFC. Is Vedant for Francisco. And puts it down the line. Twisting, turning, striking. And gets a deflection off a red shirt. And what a performance this has been from Juggernaut FC so far. It's been chanceless 20 minutes. Getting under pressure, not allowing Lima to turn. Has managed to squeeze it forward. And gets dispossessed. Here comes Juggernaut once again. Number 7. What a finish. Vedant Mutkekar with his left just dinks it over. If you are AFC at this point in time, you want the whistle to blow as soon as possible, because they've been all over the place. This is Vedant. And gets a dash from behind, and it's going to be a free kick. And concedes a foul. Lun Kuki. Sapala is back on the court. It looked good moving forward when Sapala was there. He showed some real intensity in his attacking play. Here's Juggernaut. Couldn't quite squeeze it through. He had the options waiting in front of the target. Younger. Finds Hong Sing. Couldn't quite hold his position. There's Lima. Another kick in for Juggernaut. Jenish. Here's Jenish. Here's Aman. Here comes Juggernaut once again from the left. How did they miss it? So close. It's been training ground stuff with no response whatsoever coming in from APHUYEMI Football Club. Here they come once again. Pretty strong. 3 versus 3. Oh. Did well to get to the end of it, but couldn't quite provide the direction. Here's Juggernaut once again. Shivam Yadav. And changing between the sticks, Satyam Yadav comes in to take the place of Malhar Shah. Good first touch. And Aman. And back with Aman. Still Aman. And didn't have the opportunity to shoot, to try to find the one on the left. Well, that's the closest they've got so far. Younger unleashes one, but goes over Satyam Yadav. There's Zaman. It was beautifully worked. We've made that late dash. Praval Mehra. Nicks it away. Aman tries his best to squeeze it, but the goalkeeper making sure he gets something in. Parries it just beside the target. And Shivam with a strike. We'll have to redo it. Number eight, beg your pardon. For a moment, it looked like it was side netted. Again, beautifully worked. And through the legs of the goalkeeper. Shivam Yadav adds one more to the tally. Yanger, some space in front of him. Decent touch. And again, the defending prowess of Juggernaut FC coming to the fore. Good movement. Shivam Yadav from defense to attack in the space of seconds. Is Younger. And from the left, one-on-one with the defense. Oh, that was struck cleanly. All he had to do was give some direction to it. They'll have to believe here. APHUYEMI FC. Sapala pulls it back. Back with Sapala. And again, lacking the finishing touch to it. You've been the man who pulled the trigger. And Shivam. And here's Jenish. He's going all by himself. You see a difference in the quality of both the sides. Juggernaut. Pretty pacey. Oh my word, how did he miss it? Aman. Gets the shot blocked. It was right in front of the target there, Shivam Yadav. Number 9 for Juggernaut FC. Pummels it from way out and makes it count. Zaman has added one more to the total. Yet to see a proper coordinated move from APHUYEMI FC. They've had a couple of chances, but then lacked the finishing touches to it. And on the flip side, Juggernaut, they've already bettered the performance they put up a couple of days back. They're looking a very, very strong unit. Couple of attempts blocked and lets it fly from way out. Aman finds a man. Close as you get. Might have come off a reflection. And Janice was charging in. He's AFC. And again, he's caught in two minds whether to go for the shot or try and find a red shirt. In the end, neither of the two. So there comes the halftime break. And it's all Juggernaut FC. They lead this game 9-0. APHUYEMI Football Club just ran out of ideas. It was a brisk start from the team from Gujarat, scoring a couple of goals in the first 2 minutes. And then, since then on, they haven't looked back. I'm going to take a bit of a breather and I'm going to come back on the other side of it for the start of the second half. Do stay with us. It's been a one-sided affair so far. 9 goals in the first half with no response, no challenge whatsoever. And we have some guests, some dignitaries who have made their way. And handshakes with both the sides and the match officials. And photo ops with both the sides. Right, all set for the start of the second half. And AFC will have to have a very strong start for the remainder of the game. There hasn't been any challenge coming in from their side to what has been a rather easy first half performance from Juggernaut FC. Waiting for the signal of the ref, and off we go. Going from right to left on your screens are Juggernaut FC. Jenish. Aman. Brings one over. Decent first touch. Couldn't quite stop the ball from going out of the play area. A long throw from the goalkeeper. Haman. Pretty strong. Takes it on the target and just guided into the goal in the end. And Shibu Sani has added one more to the tally and has taken the score into double digits. Not the kind of start APHUYEMI would have wanted. And again, a misdirected pass taken out in the center. Jenish. Naman lets it fly from the distance. And what a performance this has been. Everybody is stepping up. Naman has been brilliant with his distribution. Started this game from the back. And occasionally has been rotating. Number 11, Shivam Yadav on the score sheet once again. I've lost the count of how many he has scored. Gives it a full Monty. Goalkeeper left stranded. Could do nothing about it. It's going to be a long afternoon for AFC. Game following the same template we saw in the first half. 2 goals scored in as many minutes on both sides of. Oh, that wasn't far away.
Futsal Club, Gold Hunters, Sofa Football Club.
The sheer intensity of their press to try and win the ball back if they don't have the possession. This is much better. Oh, finally! They've managed to pull one back. AFC.
Now I would like to request
I'll have to try and
the
draw
people to
inspiration out of
create
that
visuals
move.
for our members and the society. Please, sir.
There's Shebu. They found Janish momentarily, but he was closed down well from the back line.
Thank you so much for inviting me over here. I it's my first opportunity to showcase my visual. और मेरे my colleague संदीप जी आप सभी का मैं यहाँ पे स्वागत करता हूँ हमारी पूरी टीम जो आई हैं जो प्लेयर्स हैं सभी का यहाँ पे विजिटर में स्वागत है
All the viewers who are tuning in or who have tuned in late. Oh, there you go. Number 13. The fourth edition of the AIFF Futsal Club Championship is being played at Sri Manoj Sarkar Stadium in Uttarakhand. This is round 2 of Group A. We'll get a confirmation on the scoreline once.
जो पहली बार ऐसा हुआ जब सारे जितने भी गेम्स थे वो उत्तराखंड राज्य में ही हुए और ये कहीं ना कहीं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी की सोच और मैं कहूँगा ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन की इसमें जो उन्होंने दिशा निर्देश दिए उनको अनुपालन कराकर उनको ग्राउंड रियलिटी तक पूरा लेकर जाना ये ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन और खेल विभाग ने मिलकर किया है और मैं यहाँ पे आज राजीव नेता जी मौजूद नहीं है लेकिन मैं उनका भी धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा कि उनकी लीडरशिप में सारे जो उत्तराखंड ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन है बहुत ही अच्छा कार्य कर रही है डीके सिंह जी भी यहाँ पर मौजूद
All the intensity, the press, it has come from the boys in maroon and white. It's a double header. We've got another game lined up from the same group. It goes round the keeper. Does well to keep the ball in and lets it fly into the back of the net. Number 14, Shibu Sani. He's making everything count. Younger gets it back, a decent opportunity. The chances have been far and few, but when it's presented or created, you've got to take it. It's a good save.
एक हम लोगों ने वो पूरा संकल्प लिया है और इस संकल्प को आगे बढ़ाते हुए हम लोग और भी अपने गेम को यहाँ पे उत्साहित करेंगे मैं चाहूँगा कि टीम आप लोग को जो भी कोई
Decent effort from Younger, I believe. Kick in. Safely pouched. It's quick to restart. Still got 15 minutes. And the kind of quality Juggernaut FC have showcased. They're not going to let anything. That's better to keep. Again, not on the same wavelength as Shibu. And swift movement, good feed. Jenish puts it back. And again, from attack to defense in a matter of seconds. Aman, who's joined those playing further forward, and the moment they lose the possession, and tracks it back and makes sure he provides that defensive touch. Amarnath Sharma. Younger, number 2. Much better. Injects his position just outside the circle, receives the ball and wraps his laces around it. A brilliant strike. And still a long way to go. And he's away here. Brilliant. The moment he gets the ball on his feet, he has been an absolute live wire marching forward. Shivam Yadav. Couldn't quite find the target on that occasion. It was there for the taking. Had numerical advantage in front of the target. Here's the AFC meanwhile. And again, couldn't quite provide that finishing touch. And Shibu. Again, brilliant feed. Naman, Shibu, Shivam. All combining. Rolls it for the nearest man. It's a good strike and a decent save from the keeper. And Juggernaut FC are away once again. Shibu and takes a couple of touches. A lot of space in front of him. Gets the shot blocked on the turnover. Can they try and bring it forward? And still holding up his shape. Sasang has found Lunkuki. Back with Sasang. Sasang. Amarnath is forced to go behind. Naman gets hold of the ball and controls the thing. We've got it back once again. Cookie. Sasang. Back with Cookie. And decides to shoot, but gives it a second thought. And that was pretty close. Here they come again. And shooting was the right option there. It was going away from the angle. Sasang. Rolls it up. Decent opportunity, number 3. Brilliant finish. Yanger gets his second. Well, something to cheer about for the boys in red. A pull back and a back flick. That was a delightful finish. Pretty skillful. Ten goals adrift. With 13 minutes plus the stoppage time to play. Can they believe? They'll have to. Francisco goes behind. Has that taken something on the way through? Looks like it has. It's going to be a kick in for Juggernaut FC. I didn't have the option to pass, but somehow gets it away. But Juggernaut has won it back. Here's Francisco. Younger, who takes it away. Looks up for option. Didn't have any. Was forced to go back. Can they try and bring it forward? Amarnath Sharma doesn't have a passing option. Does well to keep the possession. Here's Amarnath. Gets intercepted. Fortuitously, Francisco lays off. Shot comes in. But well over. That was struck ferociously by Sachin. There's a corner. Vedant lets it fly. Here's the crossbar. They haven't shied away from taking shots from the distance. The kind of dominance they've showcased. Every time they get an opportunity to shoot, they will definitely wrap their laces behind.
For giving a consistent time to AIFF Futsal Cup Championship in the Manusha Stadium. Thank you, sir, for your esteemed time. And like request Mr. Raksha sir, the Tamil State Football Association Secretary, to facilitate with the bouquet and a token of love from the Tamil State Football Association. Thank you, sir, for your support. Our available time to us. You are also fitness enthusiasm and the sports person in the Ramchandra region.
There you see the difference between the sides.
Time of 10 minutes remaining, a match between APHUYEMI FC and our team, JUGGERNAUT FC, with 33 scores.
All right, some defensive work to do now for APHUYEMI FC. Vedant gives it away. There's Vedant again. Space in front of him. Strikes first time. It's going to be a corner. Back with Vedant, who looks up, rolls it towards the right, finds Francisco. He's under pressure from a red shirt, goes in full circle, finds number 11. That's a good save. Sachin Bangera was in with a decent chance there. They've enjoyed a lot of possession, a lot of time on the ball. Juggernaut FC, Sachin shifting it towards the right. Gentle prod down the line. Francisco. Still Francisco. Vedant is free towards the left. Vedant. Couldn't quite pull the trigger on the turnover. Here's Sasang. Lays it towards the left. Can they try and hit the target? Here's Jahangir, who's already scored twice in this fixture. Here's Amarnath. Finds a man towards the left. Takes a couple of touches, but before he could unleash a deft touch.
with GS DO जिला सूचना अधिकारी
8 minutes and 41 seconds to go.
AIFF Futsal Club Championship
It's
की तरफ से
Francisco marching forward again.
जिन्होंने अपना महत्वपूर्ण समय खिलाड़ियों की
Got another game coming up at 2:30 p.m. between Real Lona and Minerva.
तैयार करते हुए उत्तराखंड गवर्नमेंट
Minerva, the former champions, would want to make sure they get those 3 crucial points.
जिसमें की पूरी टीम
It's the second round of Group A.
उत्तराखंड स्टेट
It's going to be a rest day tomorrow, the 6th of August, and then on the 7th, it's going to be a busy day. Group A, and Sachin is the woodwork. So Group A, round 3. We've got 2 games on the 7th. And then Group B, beg your pardon, round 1 kicks off as well. Easy as you like. Francisco adds 1 more and takes the tally to 14. Now cut back. All along the carpet. No stopping those. It's going to be games at 12, 2:30, 5 and 7:30 p.m. on the 7th of August. It's going to be a busy afternoon, a busy evening rather. There's Vedant. What a finish. Brilliantly done. Number 15. It was a decent effort to try and pick out a man. Just curls it in. Gibbon. Sasang holds himself up. Goalkeeper scanning for options. They found one in number 9, but he gets dispossessed. Here they come once again. Is Vedant. So decent touch. We've done well to win the ball back, but and again guilty of conceding the possession. Here's Vedant. It's a good save. Under 7 minutes is what we are left with. There goes oh, that was reflected. Fortuitous for APHUYEMI FC. And the ball didn't go in. That's Gibbon. These two teams have faced off each other in the 2022-23 campaign. JUGGERNAUT FC emerged victorious in that game as well. Yet to win a game, which is much better. But again,
खिलाड़ियों के लिए हौजा अफजाई के लिए 7:30 बजे 7 तारीख को होम टीम को सपोर्ट करने आए।
You heard the ground announcer mentioning about the game at 7:30 p.m. on the 7th of August. It's going to be Corbett FC who will be involved in that fixture. Will be facing off Tatlang Football Club. Had a brilliant campaign last time around. Corbett FC defeated Golazo in the final. It was a breathtaking affair. Under the chaperonage of Mohammad Rizwan, their coach, enjoyed a very successful campaign last time around. Can they go on and repeat the feat once again is a big question. Defending champions in the same group along with Golazo this time. Not the one, number 16. Looked like for a moment that it hit the crossbar and went sideways. Chapala. Gibbon switches the flank. Nothing coming to fruition there. Here comes Juggernaut once again. It's a decent move. I couldn't quite sort his feet out at the very last minute. Lets it rip, but strong hands coming in from the goalkeeper. They've had a forgettable day in between the sticks. Is Vedant and tries his best to get into that shooting range, but trips over. Lost his laces a bit and then finds a time to try and tie them down. Kick in for Juggernaut FC with 4 minutes to play in the normal time. Back with Vedant. Again, that off the ball movement. Try and take a player along with it, opening up the spaces for those playing further forward. A quick feed from Vedant, but outnumbered. Can they try and... yes, they can. Number 4. That was the best play, or the best moment rather, for AFC in this entire game. On the counter. Decides to pass at the very last moment, and it was a tap-in in an open goal. 3 minutes, 16 seconds. 16 for There's a score line. Takes it away. There's Yibin. Nicked away by Juggernaut. Shibu, along with Shivam, has had a fantastic game. Or a fantastic couple of games, should I be saying, because these two were heavily involved in the last fixture as well against Minerva. It's a brilliant move from AFC. And again, lacking consistency in terms of their passing. Much better, Juggernaut. Shibu lets it fly, but straight towards the keeper. Couldn't catch it clean, but effective enough to get it towards the other side of the court. Rudra. Rudra finds himself into a decent space, takes the deflection and goes in for another one. He scored 9 in the first half and have already added 8 in the second with under 2 minutes still to play. Rudra going cross court and a late dash coming in from the other side. Here they come once again, Juggernaut, and 3 in front. Couldn't quite capitalize or squeeze that ball into the back of the net. Here's Sasang. And swift feet from Sasang to keep the possession. And didn't find a route forward. Was forced to go back. Sasang once again. And trying to combine with number 8. And still with Shibu. And no finishing touch to it. It's been a brilliant game if you are a Juggernaut FC fan. Goals flying in left, right and centre. And more importantly, they've got those 3 crucial points in their kitty. Here's the FC meanwhile. And a decent save by Malhar Shah. Satyam, beg your pardon. Gets his body on the line. It's a good stop. Another 2 games for Juggernaut FC to try and stretch that lead. They'll play Rio Lona and Triumph FC in their next 2 fixtures. Considering the kind of form they're in, the kind of squad they have, won't be surprised if they get past those 2 games, those 2 hurdles. APHUYEMI will have to come back stronger in their next fixture. And they will be up against Minerva FC in their next game. That is on 7th. It's a 12 p.m. kickoff. Here comes Shibu. Oh, how did that miss? Did well to find the man who was flying in from the right, number 15. And there goes the full-time whistle. Splendid performance by the boys in maroon and white. They scored 9 times in the first half and 8 in the second. In response, it was a better second half performance by APHUYEMI Football Club. Scored 4 goals. That's the full-time scoreline. 17 to Juggernaut FC. APHUYEMI Football Club finishing with 4. It's the second win of the campaign for the boys from Ahmedabad. They get themselves to 6 points and solidify their position at the top of the table in the Group A standings. Another game in Group A to follow. That is 2:30 p.m. kickoff. Minerva FC up against Triumph Football Club. Minerva, the former champions of the second edition, who hasn't had a good start to their campaign, going down in their first game to Juggernaut FC, would want to make a mark and get themselves moving in terms of a race to try and find a berth in the knockout stage. So that's the full-time stats. Juggernaut FC had it easy. 58% of the ball to the boys in maroon and white, 42% to APHUYEMI Football Club. Well, there you have a look at it. In shots, 49 taken with 30 landing on target, resulting in 17 goals. 22 shots with 12 on target for APHUYEMI Football Club. That's a significant difference that tells the entire story. 7 saves for Juggernaut FC, 12 had to be made by the captain and the goalkeeper of AFC. 9 corners shows the kind of dominance Juggernaut FC has had in the final third. 2 fouls committed by APHUYEMI FC. It's been a relentless performance by Juggernaut in their second game. Has had a fantastic start to their campaign this season. So that's the full-time scoreline. 17-4 in favor of Juggernaut. So that's my time here in the commentary box. Do join us again at 2:30 p.m. That is a kickoff between Minerva Academy FC and Triumph FC for match number 4 of Group A. Until then, this is Junaid Ahmed signing off from Uttarakhand.